Great Tuesday evening. To God be the glory for another ending of a beautiful day that He has created. We know that there is much to be thankful for, having seen the 5th day of the new year, and there is much to pray for. We're remembering all the people, especially Jason Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and the residents there and his family. Just praying for peace and we're also praying for our sisters and brothers in Georgia, and as they're counting the votes for that runoff for the Senate at race, we're just praying that integrity rises to the top and God be glorified. And we're praying for all that's to take place tomorrow, as far as certifying the electoral votes in DC, and it's just so much going on. And we're praying for the church community at St. Sabina and Father Flager, and charges that have come up, accusations from over 40 years ago. Much to pray for. And it's so important for us to remain in tune to what the Lord is saying. It's so important for us not to get sidetracked by everything that's going on, and just make sure that we're continually listening to the Lord, hearkening to His voice. And we're in the 4th chapter of Exodus, and we're speaking about Moses and when he got his directives as far as to be a spokesperson for the Lord, as far as being a vessel and a vehicle to obtain the freedom and liberty of the Israelites. And that's when he told the Lord, oh my goodness, I am not a speaker. I am not able to do this. And the Lord was like, listen, you don't have to be eloquent. You don't have to have gone to school and got a PhD in communications, because I made your mouth, right? The Lord makes everyone out here, whether we don't understand why we might have certain tendencies, or some people call disabilities. The Lord makes each one of them perfect. It says that in verse 11, He maketh the one who is deaf or blind, or one who cannot speak, whatever. The Lord gives ability in that disability. So we thank the Lord that He completes what we think we might not be sufficient in. And the Lord will bring whatever other resources we need, whether He puts an Aaron, which was Moses' brother, in our lives, someone to come alongside to help us, or whatever He puts in our hand and He says to use it, right? It says in verse 2, what is that in thine hand? And we know that the Lord put the rod in Moses' hand. So the Lord will supply everything that is needed for us to accomplish the work that He has called us to do. Even though we might have so many challenges for such a time as this, nothing is by surprise for the Lord and to the Lord. So we just trust Him. And we would have read that tonight. I believe that's Psalms 125. We would have actually read that this morning. But they that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion. Yeah, that means that firm, that we're strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Even though it seemed like everything is falling away and falling down, just hearing, I know for the shoppers out here, I know you're devastated, but Macy's closing in WaterTower, a local site, historical site in the Chicago downtown Magnificent Mile. That's big. I went in that area a couple weeks ago, I didn't know the Bloomingdale's home store closed. I was like, what is going on? And that's where I had my high school graduation at Medina Temple. And yeah, I was about to buy some washcloths. There's so many changes going on, but the Lord will stabilize us in the midst of all of what is taking place. The Lord just wants to make sure that we are hearkening unto Him. And in verse 14 of Proverbs 5, it says, I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. But we are able to say that we have obeyed the voice of our teachers, which is the Holy Spirit, and we have inclined our ear to Him who has instructed us. Let's continue to hearken to His knowledge and His understanding, and we will reach our destination. Have a good evening.